The secret to success is not about one magical moment, not about one big event, and certainly not about waiting for the perfect conditions. Success is built over time, brick by brick, decision by decision, and step by step. So today, let's talk about something simple yet powerful. Let's talk about how you can create a 6-month success plan. The kind of plan that turns good intentions into real achievements. The kind of plan that helps you transform your life in just 6 months. First, let's get something straight. 6 months is a significant period of time. It's not a day, a week, or even a month. It's enough time to get something done, but it's short enough to make you feel urgency, to push you to take action, to move you from dreaming into doing. It's time enough to see real progress, but not so much that you'll feel overwhelmed or distracted. If you treat the next 6 months with the seriousness and dedication they deserve, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. So where do we start? Well, like anything worthwhile, it all begins with clarity. If you're going to embark on a 6-month journey, you need to know exactly where you're going. What does success look like to you? It's vital that you take the time to define your goals. Write them down. Make them specific. I want to lose weight is vague. I want to lose 20 pounds is clear. It's measurable. It's something you can track. I want to be successful is a nice sentiment, but I want to double my income in 6 months is something you can work towards. Now, don't rush this part. Be precise and detailed. Think about the different areas of your life: personal, financial, health, relationships, career. How do you want each area to look 6 months from now? What does progress look like? This is your roadmap, so take the time to get it right. The clearer your vision, the more focused your efforts will be. But having a goal is just the beginning. A dream without a plan is just a wish. That's where many people fall short. They say they want to achieve something, but they don't break that goal down into actionable steps. Enough said. Let's move on to point 5, success. So, the next step is to take your goals and break them down. Take that big goal and ask yourself, what can I do today, this week, and this month to move closer to this? For example, if you want to lose 20 pounds, break it down. What are the habits you need to build to achieve that? It might look like eating more vegetables, reducing sugar intake, exercising for 30 minutes a day, drinking more water, and sleeping better. Those are all manageable pieces of the bigger goal. Now, create a daily and weekly plan to carry out those actions. This is not just about setting a goal, it's about having a clear strategy for accomplishing it. Every single day, you are taking small steps towards something big. It's also important to check your progress along the way. 6 months is a great amount of time to measure results. Every month, sit down and evaluate what you've done so far. What's working, what isn't? Are you ahead of schedule or are you falling behind? If you're falling behind, don't get discouraged. Adjust your approach. This is the time to refine and improve your plan. It's about constant adjustment, not perfection. Now, you might be wondering, how do I stay motivated over 6 months? 6 months can feel like a long time and life can get in the way. That's a great question. The problem is, when do you tolerate? When do you don't? That's a great question. Motivation is something that you have to cultivate daily. Success doesn't just happen by chance. It happens when you decide every single day that you're going to stay on track. You have to make the commitment to show up each day, even when it gets tough, even when you're tired, frustrated, or when the results seem slow in coming. You have to remind yourself of why you started this journey in the first place, what purpose it serves, and why it matters. One of the ways to keep your motivation high is to keep your reasons for your goals in front of you. You must be emotionally connected to your objectives. Write down your reasons why you want to achieve what you're setting out to achieve. These reasons are the fuel that will keep you going when the going gets tough. When your body wants to quit or your mind tells you to take a break, remind yourself of why you started in the first place. That why will keep you grounded, focused, and driven. Another key to motivation is building discipline. Motivation can be fleeting. One day you're inspired, the next day you're not. But discipline is something you can cultivate every day. Discipline is the ability to keep going even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing what needs to be done, whether you want to or not. And that is what will make the difference over 6 months. It's not about waiting for a burst of motivation to push you forward. It's about making progress no matter how you feel. Success comes from consistent effort. It's that simple. Success, however, is not just about action. It's also about mindset. Your mind will tell you all sorts of things. It will try to convince you that your goals are too big, too difficult, or even too impossible. But you need to remember that your mind is not always your friend. Don't listen to the negative thoughts, the doubts, and the fears. Tune them out. Instead, feed your mind with positive thoughts, with affirmations, with inspiring ideas. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and who will lift you up when you're feeling low. You are the average of the people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely. And don't be afraid to learn along the way. The journey to success is not a straight line. There will be obstacles, there will be challenges, but every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. When things get tough, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Every setback, every failure, every disappointment holds a lesson. If you embrace those lessons, you'll grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Finally, remember that success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing the right things. Focus on quality, not quantity. It's easy to get caught up in activity, but the real key to success is working on the things that truly matter. So be disciplined in choosing what you do every day. Prioritize the most important tasks and let go of distractions. 6 months is a powerful amount of time if you use it wisely. It's enough to achieve things that you might have thought were impossible. Impossible. It's enough to set yourself on a new path, a better path, a path that leads to the life you've always wanted. So take action today. Take the first step. And as you keep moving forward, remember that every day is a new opportunity to get closer to the success you deserve. Clarity and planning. Success begins with clearly defined goals and a detailed, actionable plan. Break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable steps and set a specific strategy for daily and weekly progress. Consistency and discipline. Motivation can fluctuate, but discipline is key to long-term success. Show up every day, stay committed to your plan, and keep taking consistent action even when things get tough or progress seems slow. Mindset and adaptation. Cultivate a positive mindset, focus on learning from setbacks, and surround yourself with supportive people. Be open to adjusting your plan as needed, and remember that the journey to success involves growth, resilience, and adaptability. Success begins with clarity, and clarity is the foundation of everything you do. Without it, you are simply drifting in the wind, uncertain about where you're headed or how to get there. To achieve anything significant in life, it's essential that you first define what success means to you. Success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's deeply personal. What does success look like for you? What are you striving to create, change, or improve in your life? These questions are not just philosophical musings. They are the critical first step in a process that leads to real, tangible results. The clearer your vision, the more focused your efforts will be. When you can see exactly what you're working towards, the path becomes clearer, and your daily actions align more effectively with that ultimate goal. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful, or I want to make more money. These are vague, nebulous desires that lack direction. Instead, you must be specific. Define your goal in a way that is precise, measurable, and actionable. For example, instead of saying, I want to get healthier, you might say, I want to lose 20 pounds in 6 months. This is something you can track. This is something that has clear steps attached to it. Without these specifics, you can't create the right plan. And without the right plan, success will remain out of reach. Once you have clarity on your goals, the next step is to develop a concrete plan to achieve them. A goal without a plan is merely a wish. Think of your goal as the destination and the plan as the map that guides you there. If you were setting out on a long journey, would you just start driving and hope for the best? Of course not. You'd pull out a map or you'd rely on GPS to chart your course. The same principle applies to your success. Definition is the map that guides you. You need a roadmap that guides you step by step from where you are now to where you want to be. This map should outline the actions you need to take, the habits you need to build, and the mindset you need to adopt along the way. When creating your plan, break it down into smaller, manageable chunks. If your ultimate goal is to lose 20 pounds in 6 months, don't just think about the final outcome. Break the journey into smaller steps. Ask yourself, what can I do today to get one step closer to that goal? It could be something as simple as eating a healthy breakfast or getting in a 30-minute workout. When you think in terms of small, actionable steps, the goal seems much more achievable. This makes it less overwhelming. It helps you focus on the daily tasks that move you forward instead of stressing over the larger, more intimidating outcome. Having a clear goal and a plan also enables you to track your progress. This is an incredibly powerful tool as it allows you to measure how far you've come and what you still need to do to achieve your desired outcome. Regularly checking in with your progress keeps you on track and helps you course correct if necessary. There will be moments along the way when things don't go according to plan. Maybe you hit a plateau or you experience a setback. When you have clarity about your goal and you've broken it down into actionable steps, it's easier to pinpoint what went wrong and adjust your approach. The process of measuring progress gives you both insight and motivation. It's a reminder that the work you're putting in is paying off, even if the results aren't immediately obvious. But clarity and planning are not just about making things easier or more structured. They also give you a sense of purpose. When you wake up every morning with a clear sense of where you're going and how you're going to get there, your days become more intentional. You don't just go through the motions. You take deliberate action. And when each action is aligned with your overall vision, it's like placing another brick in the foundation of your success. Over time, these bricks add up, and before you know it, you've built something meaningful. A well-defined goal also empowers you to say no to distractions. In our fast-paced world, there are countless things trying to pull our attention in different directions. Social media, emails, phone calls, and other people's demands can easily sidetrack us from our objectives. But when you have clarity on what you want, you can recognize when something doesn't serve that goal. It becomes easier to say no to things that don't align with your purpose. Instead of getting caught up in every new opportunity or urgent matter, you become more discerning about where you invest your time and energy. In this process, don't just think about the immediate. Success is about both the short term and the long term. The clearer your long-term vision, the easier it is to make decisions in the present. For example, if you're focused on building a successful business, and your long-term vision is to become an industry leader, you'll start thinking differently about your daily decisions. You'll prioritize activities that align with that vision, whether it's learning new skills, connecting with mentors, or investing time in networking. You'll make choices that contribute to the bigger picture, even if they require sacrifices in the short term. It's important to remember that clarity also comes from action. You don't need to have everything figured out before you start. In fact, some of the greatest insights come through taking action. As you begin moving towards your goal, you may uncover new information, new opportunities, or even new aspects of your vision that you hadn't considered before. Clarity is not something that is just given to you. It's something you create through action and reflection. As you know, the more you engage with your goal, the clearer it will become. And don't forget the role of flexibility in this process. While clarity is essential, it's equally important to remain open to adjustments along the way. Sometimes the path you initially envision might not be the best one, or you might discover a more effective strategy as you progress. Don't be so rigid in your plan that you miss out on better opportunities. So clarity doesn't mean having everything mapped out perfectly. It means having a clear direction and being willing to adjust as you learn and grow. Ultimately, when you have clarity, the noise fades away. Your focus sharpens. You stop wasting time and energy on things that don't matter, and you start putting everything you have into the actions that move you closer to your vision. When you know exactly what you want and how you're going to get there, every step you take becomes meaningful. Every decision, every effort, every choice matters because it's aligned with your ultimate goal. That's the power of clarity. It turns uncertainty into confidence and hesitation into action. Consistency and discipline are the pillars that hold up any journey to success. Motivation is essential but fleeting. There will be days when you feel unstoppable, when everything falls into place and you feel like you're on top of the world. But there will also be days when you feel tired, discouraged, or simply uninterested in putting in the effort. These are the moments when consistency and discipline make all the difference. They keep you moving forward when the spark of motivation has faded and when obstacles seem insurmountable. Motivation is often seen as the fuel for action, and it certainly plays a role. However, motivation alone isn't enough to carry you through to success. Think about it this way. A car needs both fuel and an engine to go anywhere. If you're reliant solely on motivation, you're essentially waiting for the engine to start every time you set out on a task. It's unpredictable. Some days you'll feel energized and inspired, while other days you'll struggle to even begin. But discipline? Discipline is the engine. Discipline is what keeps the wheels turning even when motivation runs dry. The discipline that comes with failure is what keeps the wheels dry, even when motivation runs dry. It's the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. This is why building discipline is so critical to your long-term success. Discipline doesn't rely on how you feel. It relies on the commitment you've made to yourself and your goals. Discipline means showing up every day, regardless of the circumstances. It's about making the right choices, even when they're not the easiest. It's about living your life in spite of the criticism. For example, if you've committed to exercising 5 days a week, discipline is what gets you out of bed to work out, even when it's cold outside or when you'd rather hit the snooze button. Discipline is about being consistent with your actions, regardless of whether or not you're motivated. It's the daily practice of choosing the long-term rewards over short-term comfort. One of the keys to maintaining discipline is creating a routine. Routine takes the guesswork out of your day. It removes the need to decide what you're going to do next because you've already planned it. The more structured your day is, the less room there is for distractions or procrastination. When you build routines that align with your goals, you begin to wire your brain for success. Over time, these routines become habits. And habits, as we know, are incredibly powerful. Once something becomes a habit, you don't need to think about it anymore. You don't have to rely on motivation to get started because it's already built into your daily rhythm. But how do you build these routines and habits? The first step is to start small. You don't need to completely overhaul your life in one go. Focus on one task at a time. If you want to improve your health, start by incorporating small changes into your daily routine. For example, commit to drinking an extra glass of water each day or take a 10-minute walk after lunch. Gradually increase the intensity or duration of these actions as they become part of your daily habit. As you add more positive habits into your routine, you'll begin to see the benefits, which will naturally reinforce your discipline. The more you experience the rewards of your consistent actions, the more motivated you'll become to continue. It's also important to remember that discipline doesn't mean being perfect. It's not about being flawless or never making mistakes. Perfectionism can be a roadblock to success because it often leads to procrastination. People who are paralyzed by the need to do everything perfectly are often the ones who never even start. Discipline is about persistence, not perfection. It's about staying the course, even when things don't go according to plan. If you slip up or make a mistake, don't dwell on it. Get back on track and continue moving forward. The most successful people are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who keep going despite their failures. To maintain discipline, it's essential to remind yourself of the bigger picture, the reason why you're doing what you're doing. When you're in the middle of a task that feels tedious or challenging, it's easy to forget why it matters. That's when your why becomes your anchor. When you're feeling tired or discouraged, connect with a deeper purpose behind your actions. Why do you want to achieve your goals in the first place? What is the end result you're striving for? Keeping this vision in mind helps you push through moments of doubt. It transforms routine, repetitive tasks into meaningful steps towards something bigger. Discipline also involves making decisions that support your long-term vision, even if they're not always the most comfortable choices in the short term. It means prioritizing your long-term well-being over instant gratification. For example, choosing to spend your evenings working on your personal development rather than binge watching TV is an exercise in discipline. The short-term reward of relaxation might seem appealing in the moment, but the long-term benefits of investing in yourself are far greater. Another key aspect of discipline is understanding the role of consistency in shaping results. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results. You might exercise for a week and feel like nothing has changed. You might work on your business for a month and wonder if any progress is being made at all. But this is where consistency comes into play. Success is not about making one big leap. It's about the consistent daily efforts that accumulate over time. When you keep showing up day after day, even when the results aren't obvious, you are laying the foundation for success. It's like planting seeds. You don't see the fruits immediately, but with each action, you're nourishing the growth of your goals. Staying disciplined also means developing the ability to push through resistance. When we set out to achieve something, the brain tends to seek comfort. It tries to avoid effort or any task that feels difficult or uncomfortable. But you have to recognize that discomfort is part of the process. Growth never happens in your comfort zone. The most significant breakthroughs occur when you push yourself beyond what feels easy. Discipline is the willingness to move through that discomfort, knowing that it's part of the path to success. To make discipline work for you, embrace the idea of compounding effort. Small, consistent actions might seem insignificant at first, but over time they compound into extraordinary results. Whether it's writing 500 words a day or saving a small amount of money each week, these actions accumulate. It's the same concept as compound interest. The more you invest in yourself and your goals, the greater the return you'll see over time. Discipline is about understanding that the small, seemingly insignificant actions you take today are the building blocks of your future success. So, while motivation may give you a spark of energy, it's discipline that sustains the fire. Discipline is what transforms potential into performance, and it's what turns goals into accomplishments. When you build consistency into your life and stay disciplined in your approach, you are setting yourself up for success. You are no longer at the mercy of fleeting motivation. Instead, you're in control, pushing forward and making progress every single day. Mindset is the invisible force that shapes everything you do. It's the lens through which you view the world, your challenges, and your potential. A strong, growth-oriented mindset is the key to not only navigating the inevitable obstacles you'll face, but also to seizing opportunities that may otherwise seem out of reach. Your mindset determines how you respond to difficulties, how you interpret failures, and whether you keep moving forward or give up. It's the difference between seeing problems as insurmountable roadblocks or as stepping stones for growth. So, a positive, resilient mindset doesn't just help you stay motivated when things are tough. It transforms your entire approach to achieving your goals. It shapes your ability to adapt, to learn, and to ultimately succeed. When you embrace a growth mindset, you believe that your abilities and intelligence are not fixed. They can be developed through dedication, hard work, and learning. This perspective empowers you to keep going, even when the journey gets difficult. Instead of feeling defeated by setbacks, you view them as opportunities to grow, learn, and improve. The growth mindset sees failure not as a verdict on your capabilities, but as a lesson that leads to eventual success. One of the most powerful aspects of having a growth mindset is your ability to adapt. The path to success is rarely linear. You will encounter challenges, surprises, and obstacles that you didn't foresee. Joseph Rubinoff. Hitler. You will face moments where things don't go according to plan. A person with a fixed mindset might view these moments as signs that they are not good enough, that success is not possible for them. But someone with a growth mindset sees these situations as challenges to be overcome, as puzzles to be solved. They recognize that difficulties are simply part of the process, and with persistence and creative problem solving, they will find a way through. This ability to adapt, to adjust your approach when necessary, is what ultimately leads to long-term success. To develop this mindset, it's important to understand that learning is a lifelong process. In the face of failure or setbacks, the immediate reaction of someone with a fixed mindset may be to quit or give up. But those with a growth mindset see every setback as a chance to reevaluate, adjust their strategy, and try again with new insight. This shift in thinking creates resilience, the mental toughness to bounce back from disappointments, and the motivation to keep going. Embrace failure as a valuable part of your journey and understand that success often comes after multiple failures. Each failure is an opportunity to refine your approach, to improve your skills, and to grow as a person. The power of mindset also lies in how you frame challenges. People with a fixed mindset often view challenges as threats to their abilities, while those with a growth mindset see them as opportunities to expand and improve. This change in perspective is powerful because it turns adversity into something you can embrace rather than something you need to avoid. When challenges arise, take a moment to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of feeling overwhelmed or discouraged, shift your thinking to focus on the lessons you can extract from the situation. This shift in mindset enables you to approach problems with a sense of curiosity rather than fear, empowering you to grow stronger with every challenge you face. Another important aspect of mindset is how you respond to feedback. People with a growth mindset actively seek feedback because they know that it is a tool for growth. Feedback is not a criticism of who you are, but an opportunity to see where you can improve. When you're open to feedback, you're giving yourself permission to learn, to refine your skills, and to keep progressing toward your goals. On the other hand, those with a fixed mindset tend to take feedback personally and view it as an attack on their abilities. They may shy away from criticism or avoid situations where they might receive feedback, fearing that it will expose their shortcomings. A growth mindset encourages you to seek feedback, embrace it, and use it as a tool for improvement. Mindset also influences your relationship with others. Surrounding yourself with people who share a growth mindset can elevate your own mindset and push you to achieve more. The people you associate with have a profound impact on how you think and how you approach your goals. If you are constantly surrounded by people who are negative, who don't believe in growth or change, it can be challenging to maintain a positive mindset yourself. But when you align yourself with people who are focused on growth, who embrace challenges, and who encourage learning, it becomes easier to stay focused on your own development. These people inspire you to keep going, even when it gets tough. They lift you up, remind you of your potential, and help you stay on track when you might be tempted to quit. While your mindset shapes your outlook and responses, it also affects how you see opportunities. With the right mindset, you begin to see the world as full of potential rather than full of limitations. Instead of thinking that success is reserved for others or that opportunities are out of your reach, you begin to see the potential within yourself and the world around you. A person with a growth mindset sees every situation as an opportunity to learn, grow, and develop new skills. They see obstacles not as reasons to stop, but as signals to find new ways to succeed. When you adopt this mindset, you're constantly looking for opportunities, both big and small, to move forward in your journey. The most successful people are not necessarily those who are the most talented or lucky. They are the ones who have cultivated the right mindset. They are the ones who, when faced with obstacles, refuse to give up. They are the ones who understand that success is not about avoiding failure, but about overcoming it and learning from it. They are the ones who view challenges as opportunities, not threats. And they are the ones who have the resilience to keep going, even when the path is tough. To build a growth mindset, it's important to practice self-compassion. Understand that no one achieves success without facing challenges, making mistakes, and experiencing setbacks. When you are kind to yourself during difficult moments, you create space for growth. Instead of criticizing yourself or beating yourself up when things don't go according to plan, treat yourself as you would a friend who is struggling. Be patient, be understanding, and recognize that growth takes time. Ultimately, mindset is not something that you either have or don't have. It's something that can be cultivated, nurtured, and strengthened over time. The more you practice shifting your thoughts from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, the more natural it will become. And as it becomes more ingrained, it will shape every aspect of your life, your relationships, your career, your health, and your overall happiness. By adopting a growth mindset, you unlock your full potential and position yourself for long-term success. In the pursuit of success, clarity, consistency, and mindset are not just concepts. They are the foundational pillars that will support you through every challenge and triumph along your journey. With clarity, you gain the direction necessary to navigate through the distractions and obstacles, ensuring your efforts are always aligned with your purpose. Consistency and discipline then take over, ensuring that your actions are persistent and focused, regardless of the external circumstances or fluctuating motivation. Finally, with the right mindset, you will transform your approach to setbacks, seeing them as opportunities for growth rather than signs of failure. This mindset, coupled with your clarity and discipline, will empower you to adapt, persist, and keep progressing toward your goals, no matter how difficult the path may seem. Success is not a destination that can be reached overnight. It is the product of intentional action, sustained effort, and an unwavering belief that you are capable of growth and transformation. Every small step, every lesson learned, and every day of disciplined action is part of the process that leads to your ultimate achievement. So commit to your vision, remain steadfast in your efforts, and believe in your ability to overcome whatever comes your way. The journey might not always be smooth, but with the right approach, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The power to shape your future lies within you, and it starts now. Keep moving forward with purpose and dedication, and success will follow.